So I did a thing trying to somewhat prepare for this winter weather we supposed to get. I just went on and took the top off so that way wind won't be blowing too much, and yeah, we'll sort it out. But I don't know why. I kind of know why to do coming up today. Of course, his grandma died on this day. He may remember, or or whatever. Um, and I'm actually like feeling emotional when I'm talking about him and stuff like that. Speaking about the boy's dad. No, I do not want to mention his name. I had half the mind to call him Joe Byron. um, but yeah, I was just thinking about the time when it was like he was singing like he was accurate or whatever. It reminds me, it's like it's almost kind of sort of parallel to my so-called dad's relationship in a sense. Like in the relationship, of course, I was similar to my dad, and then to my so-called dad. I would choked if I didn't say that. Um, the Bible even speaks about call no one father. But anyway, in this earth realm anyway. But yeah, and then the female that he's with, she had already told me, she was like, yeah, I'm similar to how he is. I've done, it's been two females that told me, that they've been like that. Well, no, it's been one that told me that. Oh no, it was two that told me, yeah, I relate to how he do things and stuff like that. And I'm like, so witchcraft. But anyway, and it really does come off as genuine. You be thinking they genuine and whatever. But anyway, as far as me and again, my so-called dad's female, whatever lie she admitted eventually that she told lies and stuff or whatever. But I'm like, okay, that even still, that's I'm glad that you admitting that or whatever, and coming clean or whatever. But that's gonna show back up in your life some type of way. I wasn't worried about that because I wasn't, what I'm saying, that's not what I set out to do regarding her. But again, like the parts that she related to me on, it was like genuine, and it was heartfelt, and it was just like spiritual. There was things that, so with him, yeah, he would think that he was so right, and I probably have said this before, like many other things. He, I was working at this place when I first linked up. Like I started working at another place or whatever. I was already working at one place, and then I started working at another place when I linked up with him, and when we I think we already had our son, yeah, and our oldest son. Because I don't want to say it like we got two sons, and I'm saying together. As far as him being active with them, together. Eh, Like we couldn't even go to the dang on. We couldn't go to the park with our kids. The park could be right there across the street, honey. We couldn't go to the park. Like nobody knows what I have endured, and for somebody to try to make me endure more of a struggle, or what I'm saying, a struggle love as they call it, is just crazy to me. It's beyond me. If I tell you what's going on, and then even mention it, oh, we're not gonna do things like that way, but go ahead and do things in a more awkward type of way. But anyway, yeah. So I was working at a certain job, and he heard a conversation that I had with somebody on there. He was like, oh, well, she about to be gone or whatever. Basically talking about I'm about to be gone from the job or whatever. Maybe because I either knew too much, or, I'm not stupid. I knew what was going on. And I mentioned about it, and then the person was talking about it, speaking about it. And next thing I was gone from the job or whatever because they downsized. They said they were downsizing. So they was laying people off. Which was to me is understandable, but also the company ended up shutting down. Like that was the second company that laid me off that ended up just completely like not existing pretty much. Like very shortly after the layoff regarding me. I'm not saying it was because of me, but it was, you know what I'm saying? So it was just around that time frame. So that's how he tends to be. Like he swear he is so on point and this, that, and the third. He doesn't. Granted, it's some stuff like simple stuff you can pay attention to, but this right here is like it's almost like he's a off type prophet because he never claimed to be a prophet or anything, but he was just an off prophet, and and it has kind of been said or referenced like that about the so-called the female in my so-called dad's life or whatever, or that was or whatever the case may be, May or whatever, and yeah, he made it seem like she was just an off prophetess, and you know. And basically, sometimes he made it seem like God cannot use her and cannot be using her at all, like because she would drink and it was certain stuff that she was doing. He was like, yeah, God ain't using people like that. You know what I'm saying? That's basically like the bold statement he made. And I'm like, wait a minute, God could use a homeless person off the street. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just for a certain moment in time that he wants to use them for. But he can use somebody like that. And that, that's just how I feel. And that's how I seen it. And I knew that he was using her in my life because I seen certain stuff aligning. She could fit, like, literally feel my emotions and stuff like that. Now, as far as how she was receiving it and it was getting transmitted to her, I don't know. But, you know, it was helping. It was beneficial for me. And I was at peace on my end. As far as her, if she was picking it up, just being peaceful. Like, you know. It didn't really seem like she was tapping into something more or whatever. I don't know. But anywho, um, yeah, he's like basically like he called it or whatever, like that was gonna happen, and and that was like one of the few times that he at least said stuff out loud, and you know what I'm saying, it happened or whatever. It happened similar to that, and so he was feeling like he always feel like I knew it, you know what I'm saying? And he's one of them. I'm not gonna say he's a know-it-all, but he probably secretly try to be, but he's just one of them about knowledge and wanting to know everything, but he don't really, as far as knowing how to apply, either not knowing how to apply it, like being ignorant, or just being stupid and just not choosing to apply it, knowing that you need to, or probably both. Like we all can be at times, but he is just seen more often than not. But yeah, I'm just thinking about that. Like, wow, like instead of you just minding your business, encouraging me, and or even you know what I'm saying, giving more clarification and understanding on that, he just was doing some other stuff. Like he just had some other ways about him. So again, I mean, I know why, today at least is coming up. So it's like, girl, you got two boys in your household that, you know what I'm saying, he's connected to. And I'm gonna say, and baby, I mean, I'm really literally trusting God for disconnect regarding them, but I know that's their dad, so they would have to, if that was the case, if they wanted to disconnect from him and reconnect, not reconnect, but build a new connection with others. But yeah, yeah, that's my feelings definitely, but that's my desires even at this point because it's like as painful as it is because he cut I'm saying he cut the umbilical cord. He was in the room and he was there for the years, the some of the early childhood years, and then just after that, just gone. That's just crazy to me. That right there is so traumatizing. Takes some adjusting to get to because I'm like, wait, what? And my daughter's dad, he never, left out of her life, which is, he wasn't consistent on taking care of her and raising her and stuff like that. He was trying to make his mom do it, but he just never stopped at least mentioning her. And you know what I'm saying? That's definitely heartwarming, but it's also I know I look at my daughter's dad. I'm not comparing these two at all, but I'm just it is what it is. But I look at my daughter's dad and I don't feel like he desired her for the right reasons now. I feel like early, if I look back, actually, no, it seemed like something sinister even then. But it just, when he was around me, it wasn't showing like that regarding her. But I guess when he would get around his mammy, try not to say it like that, but it would be, it would turn into something just like foul. And I guess, like they say these days, trying to get wicked. So I continue to pray to God protect my daughter even on this day right here, and every day going forward, that she is away from the nest. But but yeah, I don't know. It's so That's tough. Like I looked at other people's situations and stuff definitely as an outsider looking in, and now I'm looking at my own, and I'm like, wait, how in the heck did I get here? Look at some other people's situations that look again seems and appears to be successful, and I'd be a little feel a little envious or whatever, but because I'm just not ignorant and stupid as far as like, hey, girl, you don't know what's going on behind them closed doors, or even still, even if it ain't nothing bad or toxic going on behind them closed doors. That's not it's not really your business. You can look, but it's not your business or whatever, and you're not up close and personal. You don't really have the opportunity to act like that. So, but I do. I look at it and I see a lot in the black community. I'm not saying it doesn't exist in other races and other communities and stuff like that, but I'm just looking at ours, and then when you get a little piece of, some satisfaction or, some success, yes, our community is like, looking at you and saying stuff and trying to sabotage and stuff like that, as far as I'm concerned anyway. But I've seen it with others as well. And like, y'all don't have the energy and the wherewithal to want to encourage people, uplift them, congratulate them, and then, and you know what I'm saying? And then maybe even be able to share in a part and a piece. No, not, not the ones I've been around. I mean, not even my own so-called mom, like, I was able to accomplish some stuff. And she basically wanted to, like, well, nope, you ain't gonna. So, not me. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that type of heart. I don't have that type of thoughts. Now, as far as my daughter, there was a time when I was just like, her dad wanted to take some cupcakes up to the school or whatever, and I was just tired of them doing that, like taking cupcakes, bringing pizza, which I know it was fun to her and feel good to her, but it just, and so I made her stay home because I was like, you can take that stuff up there and he can, I guess, give it to your class or whatever. I don't know. So I don't need that. She was mad or whatever. I told her why, whatever. And that was manipulative, I know. And I just, because I'm mom, I was like, I ain't gonna even get her to school on time because I'm sick of it. So it was controlling, it was manipulative. It was definitely trying to control her dad stuff too. Because he wasn't sending no money over here. And I'm like, she lives here, but you and your mama keep taking cupcakes and pizza up to the school like y'all dating. And it was just crazy to me. So I was like, all that's coming up to you for a reason. And the boy's birthday is coming up in like 3 days. And like I said, I already forgot it. You know what I'm saying? I used to be involved with him in a certain type of way, but I know his birthday coming up. I guess he got the deal. I guess he got the same age as me, but yeah, and I told him, I was like, you need to respect your elders. I'm still uh, uh, older than you. But yeah, he wasn't doing that. He wasn't trying to help, and I just for the life of me, I could understand why. I understand it better now. Is because we wasn't supposed to be doing what we was doing to get the baby that we got, and you know what I'm saying. So of course it's gonna be probably forever hard, difficult, if at all possible, for us to get on the same page as that. But I'm just like wondering how is it so easy for you to try to get on the same page as your mom for raising our child. But I'm just not gonna worry about all of it. But hey, yeah, just I know everybody's got gifts and talents and stuff like that, and it is supposed to be working for the building up of the kingdom and the tearing down of the kingdom of darkness. But of course, we just don't be operating like that. People be feeling hatred towards another person, just like when I have not been feeling like, oh, I don't want to team up, I don't want to do none of this. I hadn't been feeling like this up until like a year or two ago. Like with my daughter, even with my even with my daughter's dad, like 2009, 2019, 2020, I took her up there to meet her dad. Even though I didn't like him, I didn't like how he was operating. I just wasn't like that. But at this point, oh y'all got me to a point where, now I don't want to say they got me. Excuse me, let me correct my term. I'm at a point where it's like, oh no, I don't even want you to enter back into my door. And for, my boys' dad to cause for my daughter's dad to enter in my house and in my door, like, I don't appreciate that. I don't like it. It's foul. It stinks. Um, and yeah, I feel like, of course, you can, you can, and you're going to answer for that. You got to answer to God for that because, God will hold you accountable. And, if God finds him up, well, you did the right thing. Then what can I do but sit there and be like, you know, fold my arms and vice versa. Even with my daughter's dad, like, if I didn't think you did the right thing, then, it don't matter what she say or think or feel or whatever. But I'm telling you, that was real. To me, it was vile, vile, foul. It was foul, but like I mentioned earlier, they shook hands over here, whatever. I didn't know what they was. I guess now I know better that y'all coming into agreement with regarding something, but I didn't know y'all were coming into agreement with trying to exclude me or whatever. Whatever, ain't no telling, honey. Ain't no telling. One thing about it, God knows conversations that have been had behind closed doors. A couple weeks ago, I already got, basically like a month ago, almost to this day, got the, I hope you die. And baby, when you know what I'm saying, I can laugh at the devil. I don't like that. It's irritating, but I can laugh at the enemy when it comes to stuff like that because if this the person that I thought it was, that person was saying before, there's hope. So that's the kind of hope that you was talking about. If you trying to get me to come into agreement with that kind of hope, there's hope. Hope that I die. It was another time. I hope y'all doing all. I don't know what they in there doing, Lord. Here they go. But yeah. Anywho, yeah, but hopefully we get this girl snow. I'll definitely do a video and show off the snow if we get some good snow. It's not feeling too bad out there today. I really could have put my stuff up, my jacuzzi. I ain't gonna do it though, cause I don't want no, I just don't want to cast stuff. Trying to clear the snow off, all that, and then just the fact that I got it uncovered. I don't even have it covered up like I want it, so, which that doesn't really stop it. I could still do it, but I gotta get it outside and everything. And that's what stopped it right now. Like I haven't took it outside. Oh man, I still might go. It ain't too late. They say we got today and Saturday to prepare. And I guess going on into Saturday, early Sunday morning is probably gonna start the stuff or whatever. And so yeah, only some more fruit. So I got some fruit on into the weekend, and hopefully the power doesn't turn off. So we, gotta worry about that. But we do have the kerosene heater. I done took it all the way apart, watching a YouTube video, because I'm thinking it didn't come with a wick. It came with a wick. I get all the way down to it and it came with a wick. It wasn't that hard, but took a little elbow juice and some tools and stuff. I had to invest in some tools and just learn how to do it myself. But I'm not devastated, but I'm still just feeling like, Lord, please, it would be nice to be snowed in with a man, like for real. Even a female as far as a companion, just a friend or whatever that wasn't trying to push up on me or anything like that. And just like, why? I mean, I guess you gotta be some kind of attractive if the same sex is trying to push up on you or anybody. I'm like, I want to be attracted to. I want to be attracted to the men. I do not want to be attracted to y'all. But I'm doing something. What are y'all coming in here for? Oh God. So yeah, but alright, so that I finish because I just that's how I live. I like to be to myself, chill out. And I'm doing this anyway, but I spend time with goodness. That's all that. Yeah. I hope drying your hands on that pink towel and not just getting the doorknob wet. So yeah, so I just came back in not too long ago, and I went out there to put some of that stabilizer, whatever it is, in um, my gas thing, my gas container for my lawnmower gas or whatever. I keep the thing up under the house. And as soon as I was sitting out there, some people passed by. I was like, again, some type of alignment. Like, I just feel like y'all want to align to my life so bad. And it's not a terrible thing. It's a good thing. But if you got bad intentions, it's like, yeah, what's your intentions behind? But I mean, all things work together for those. All things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and are the called according to His purpose. What is that? Romans 8:28. And so for me, for righteous and for the called, and chosen, yeah. As far as for the others, I don't know how it's supposed to work for you. I guess it does the opposite. But, like I said, it's a good thing to just come up higher. Let's go. Squat up. But, yeah, what I was saying, yeah, but even for my boys to be interacting with, and, we already had a female here one time, and I'm not again my so-called best friend or whatever, and that didn't. It started off good, started off pretty, going well, but it went very sour at the end, and it's like, no, I want the whole consistent thing, like from the beginning to the end, or whatever, or from arrival to departure. Let's go. Let's be mature. And so it was direction, it got discussion, and I'm like, what? Wait, what? But uh, all this rivalry and racist talk and all this, and then Soldier Boy in the midst doing what he doing. Oh my goodness! Wow. What the? And this is the thing about it. As soon as they said what he had going on, I knew I should not have. Well, I'm not gonna say I knew. I probably did know, but just want to be in denial. But I felt like at least that I shouldn't. I don't need to. I mean, I didn't show no. And then went and checked the tattoos and everything. Like, wait a minute. Wait 1 minute, boy. Them ones on Twitter and stuff talking about Soldier Boy, is your number still whatever he said. Whatever he said, think of it song. I'm like, nah, don't y'all be trying to drop Big Draco now. No, I mean, he's cool and everything, but I'm cool on him. Um, he was very handsome when he was young. And it's not that he's ugly now, but he was, I don't know what happened to his face and stuff like that. But bad skin or whatever. But the boy about to try to make some. I didn't know he had OnlyFans. So that explains it. But some people like literally have used OnlyFans and they have not done all that. Like, but why though? No, I'm playing. I don't even know. I was subscribed to Trey Songz at one point in time, but he wasn't hitting on nothing for me regarding me. I'm not talking about sexual anyway, but I'm just saying he just wasn't even really responding to messages that I sent, and he seen them, so that's me on red. But okay, then I get that. So his name, not that's why, but his name is coming back up with the Dylan Gonzalez deal and all that. I mean, I know Hollywood got some secrets. The industry just got some secrets and all that people been waiting. That girl said, I've been waiting for however long to get that out about Jay Stone. I'm like, wow. And I understand it because it's not that I'm not waiting as you can see on these videos. I'm speaking up about certain stuff, but I'm still being cautious about it or whatever because, you know, it just is what it is. Playing it a little safer or whatever instead of just putting people on full blast. Because I'm not, I don't know, I don't even live by the no snitching code or rule, but I'm not just a flat out tattletale and a snitch. Because for one, I be handling my own. Um, but anyway, this video getting long. I'm tired. I did not go to sleep until 7 something. And my groceries was arriving at like almost 9 something. So running off of less than 2 hours of sleep. Thankful that I do got a wind in me, but I am ready to knock out. I ain't gonna lie. Get warm and just knock out. And I might just come in my room and do it. So it can be real quiet. But we shall see. But I know I gotta get ready to possibly. I don't even want to pour no kerosene in the freaking heater thing because I just I don't want that smell and then I don't want it just sitting there inside the kerosene heater. So I want to make sure that it's power going off. But hopefully it won't. Hopefully we have this good old evened out heat all throughout the house with this heat remaining on. But anyway, let me go. Let me go check that. We'll be back. I'm almost positive later on because I had gotten access to something and that's what had me up all nights, like for real. But